I'm at Victoria and Rex's house. They have no idea what's coming, but I'm really excited to get to meet them and see where things go. So, yes, I'm at the house. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never have to miss our videos. Well, I'm excited about this vlog. Why? It's really something unique. Well, last week we celebrated Anthony's birthday and we did something special for him. We did room makeover with the help of Malouf Foundation. That they really helped us, give us all that we needed to make his day absolutely amazing. Well, they didn't stop there. They did something unique. They said, hey, we'll give you more so you can pay it forward. And Anthony was like, absolutely, I know one family. Well, we know this family. Why? Because they're about to be foster parents. They've been licensed, they're new, and they're about to have kids, so they have no clue what's coming. So while Anthony's away, I was like, well, I'm gonna visit them so I can see what they need. So they think I'm coming for just an interview, and they have no clue what I'm about to surprise them. So watch with me as we surprise them. So tell us about yourselves, a little bit about your background.
I'm Rex and this is Victoria. We are high school sweethearts. We've lived in Gastonia,
North Carolina,
all of our lives.
Except for 6 months. I lived in England.
Yeah, 6 months in England.
So I have a branch overseas that I'm connected with. But.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have siblings?
I have one sister. She's younger than me, about 3 years.
And I have 2 brothers and a sister.
How long have you been married? And how did you meet?
6 years, and we met in high school. You can tell them.
Well, honestly, I noticed Rex in 9th grade, but we didn't start dating until 11th. And then by 11th grade, we finally had a class together, and we loved each other. So it happened.
Right. There's always 2 stories. So what's your story?
What's your story?
So I was sitting in English class, and I...
Wait, but when was the first time you noticed me?
When I walked into school one day.
Okay.
Definitely, that was where we met.
Anyways, tell your version.
Yeah, so I was sitting in English, and I had some ashy elbows, and I turned around and asked Victoria for some lotion, and she gave me some lotion, and then
I texted him first, though.
Yeah, I wasn't. He
was absent from school one day,
and she texted me, and she was like, "Rexy, where are you?"
I didn't say Rexy.
Oh.
I said sexy Rexy.
Oh, okay. I wasn't going to say that.
See? There's always 2 vibes. Always 2 vibes.
So then,
we kept talking every day.
Kind of escalated from that.
He sat in front of me, so during class, I would scratch his back.
And she would scratch, and I'd be like, no, you need to massage. Yeah.
So what do you do professionally?
Professionally, I'm a handyman. I started working on my own house, and now I'm kind of just using my handyman work as, a flexible schedule, and I can work when I want, and also jumping into the foster care journey, it's going to allow me to have a more flexible schedule.
But he is a trade.
Yes, I am a machinist by trade. I went to college for it. I have a degree and stuff.
Victoria.
So the last 6 years I've been a teacher assistant. But I just graduated. Yay. So next school year I will be a full-time teacher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teachers, look, for me as a foster dad, teachers are the best human beings I know. They spend more time with my kids than anyone else. So it's in some way they're my co-parenting.
Yeah.
And they know my kids better than. So that's a neat profession that you're doing, and I'm really proud of that. And I'm proud of what you're doing. So changing lives in some different ways,
Yeah.
So sometimes people think you have been, well established, to be a foster parent. So are you wealthy?
Not at all. We are not wealthy by any means.
We live comfortably.
We do.
We have money that we are able to put in savings, but we're not wealthy by any means, and with the type of support that they have for foster care, you don't have to be wealthy because there's so many resources and so much support with it that anyone can do it.
Yes, absolutely. People ask me, do I have to have this much money? Do I have to make this? I'm like, no. When you have a heart for kids, that's all that they need. Mm-hmm. About anything else really comes alongside. The agencies and the counties pay for daycare, they pay, they give you a stipend to help.
To help buy the food and all
So
that.
it's not for the wealthy it's really, if you can
For
take care of yourself and bring someone else, that's
And we
awesome.
thought about it too, like every night we cook dinner and there's always food left over. Like we always have extra, so why not let somebody else, like we're not rich, but we have more than we need, so we want to share that.
How and when did you decide to become foster parents?
I think it's been a mixture of a lot of different things. Like I've always grown up, like I can't wait to be a mom. I'm going to be a mom one day. But I think we finally got to that point in our marriage where we're like, we're getting there. Like it's kind of almost time to have kids. But being in education and seeing all the different types of things in our community, we realized there was a need for safe homes for children, even if it was just for one night, And I think for us, it was more like we saw the need for it and we felt a passion to help in how we could. And like I said a minute ago, like we realized that we had more than we needed.
Right.
And so we wanted to give it to somebody else.
Right. I know that some people ask you direct questions about your choices to foster. Tell us about that and how you deal with it. How do you answer?
Yeah, so
You don't care.
the number one is, can you not have kids?
Is Victoria struggling?
Yeah, is she infertile? All these personal questions.
And it's just like, well, I don't know, because we haven't tried.
Yeah. And then so I try to let people know that those are kind of sensitive questions, and you shouldn't just be blankly asking somebody that.
And another huge question we get is, well, it's not even a question. They're like, "Oh, I couldn't do that. You're brave. That's
brave.
I get too attached. How are you going to deal with that? What if you get attached?" And we always respond, "Well, if we're attached and it hurts when we say goodbye, then we know we did it the right way."
Absolutely.
And I want the kid. I want myself to have that connection and have that attachment because I want them to feel loved when they're in my home, and I can experience that heartbreak and be okay because I know that I was able to help that family.
Right, absolutely. To be honest, if you didn't get attached, I'll be worried.
Exactly.
If you don't cry, you didn't love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're more like a robot, and the attachment is healthy for sure. But I think it should not stop us from really reaching out to the kids. And that's kind of why I like what you guys are doing and saying, absolutely, we get attached. But for me, it's the need. Our kids need to have a home. Our kids need to be in a safe place. So I'll put my feeling, my attachment on the side for the sake of the child. So I like that. So we know there are different ways we can be foster parents and be trained. We can either go direct to DSS, to ask with the human resource, or go to private agencies. So why did you choose 7 Homes?
We did a little meet and greet type thing during COVID, so it was virtual, and several agencies were there, and DHS was there, 7 Homes, several different ones, but 𝗕𝗲𝗂𝗏 was on there with her baby on her hip, and we just felt like an instant connection to her.
Didn't we talk with her afterwards?
We stayed in a breakout group and we talked to 𝗕𝗲𝗂, and we knew immediately, like by having that connection with her and building that community instantly, we knew that we wanted to go with 7 Homes because we felt at home with them.
Yeah.
So I know you just completed MAP class,
Yes.
and I know you're super excited about the next step. So I was one of your instructors. So what did you think of me?
We were just like dumbfounded that somebody that had gone through all of those like traumatic events as a child was here to share his story with us. So I think that first night we were just kind of like blown away with what you shared. Something really hard.
Would destroy most people, but like telling your story about how someone reached out for you and gave you that chance and just helped you and loved you, and just that one little bit of impact on your life, completely dictated the rest.
And then you took your mask off and I was like, whoa, he's a lot older than I thought he was.
So I know, there's so many things you like MAP, but what sticks out for you? Like once you went through the whole thing, what really stuck for you through the MAP class?
Just the realization of, the way my parents, like the way they like disciplined me and stuff like that, and like just learning good tactics for helping kids, it doesn't require beating them or anything like that. I think back to growing up, my dad would say, do you want grounded or do you want spanking? And I would say spanking.
It's quick and
30
easy.
seconds, it's done, you know, and get back to playing games. But, you know, learning what, you know, how kids tick and revving, you know, and flipping the lid. It's very important for me. You know, as an adult, I flip my lid and I have to just say, okay, I need to take a minute. I need to go drink some water, hydrate, nutrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for us, just learning how you need to have a relationship with everybody involved in this process, including the parents, the child, any connection that child has, like maintaining those relationships and how important that is for us as a couple and as well so much for that child because they need to keep those connections that they had.
You know, going through MAP, that was really, you know, eye-opening for me. That it was therapy, it was learning, but also I knew like I needed to be at a certain place in order to be there for, you know, another kid. How has your ideas and expectation of fostering changed since you completed?
Oh, I have a really good one
MAP?
for this.
Yes.
So going into all this, you know, I was like, these parents don't deserve their kids back. They messed up, you know, and like
They lost their kid.
Yeah, like you had one chance, you messed up. We're gonna take your kid. We're gonna raise him. But then learning about how reunification and the whole goal, the main goal is reunification with a birth family, or, you know, with an aunt or an uncle or something like that, and looking at how that actually is beneficial to the kid, was able to, for me to realize that like co-parenting is not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. Like, you know, I thought I would be feuding with these birth parents or something like that. But now it's like, no, I'm going to, if they're mad at me, I'll say, I understand your frustration. You know, I'm sorry you feel that way, but, you know, I'm going to continue to love you and support your kid and support you.
Right.
Because not only do we want to help the kid, we want to see the parents come back and be able to get reunified.
Right. Yes, 4 years so. What expectations? What changed?
What changed? Well, when we came in, we were like, we want a baby.
Oh,
We
yeah.
want a baby.
Yeah.
You know, but then after going through the classes and realizing like the age differences of children in foster care and the need, like at the beginning we were saying, okay, we only want this,
0
like
to 4.
0 to 2 years old.
Yeah.
But now we're like, we don't care. We just want to help how we can. And whatever God throws our way, like that's what we're going to take and help as best we can and keep ourselves healthy, you know. So we are much more open.
I think like one of the most important things I've learned is like what matters in life, you know? It's like you can make all the money in the world, but you don't get to take that with you. People don't remember you for how much money you make, you know? So it's like coming back to modern traditions, what's conventional, you know? It's like that's what kind of made me decide to take a different path, because I've realized like making all the money does not matter, but helping the world and helping these kids and that's pretty much what I want to do now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to get rich or nothing.
Right.
I'm just
But at least,
yeah.
I think for me, it's understanding what actually has value in my life and like thinking about the stupid things that I have been stressed out about over, you know, the years, and just seeing what is worth my time. Because there's so many ways we can invest our time. And I'm not saying like I'm out here to save the world, but I think it's just realizing what should you put your thoughts into.
For me, legacy is on my funeral that I will have kids alongside say, he changed my life.
Yeah.
That he did that for me, you know? That I don't want someone come and say, well, he built a lot of houses, you know?
Yeah.
He had a lot of cars, like, you know? And for me, that really stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
On my death day, on the day when my life is normal, you know, what will people say? So I know you're about to have kids, you know, for sure. You're waiting.
Yes.
So what are you excited about? What's the most exciting thing as you wait?
Hugs and kisses.
Yes,
Loving
like
them.
just waking up and cooking breakfast on Saturdays.
And being
just
crazy, because we're both crazy and have so much energy. We're like, oh, you know, like we're excited just to have fun and play with them.
Get a trampoline and do like
go hiking.
Oh, Lord.
and
Oh, my.
picnics, all the
Fishing.
fun stuff.
Fishing, we're going to go fishing if they want to, you know, or anything, you know. I'm going to ask them, what's the coolest thing you want, you know, you could think of, and then once they tell me, that's where I'll be like,
Okay.
Well, and I
Yes.
think like giving them what we didn't have. Like we both had great childhoods, but just like exploring different options and let that kid do what they want to do in a healthy way.
So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Hey, mama.
I know you're excited, but what are you nervous about?
The breakdowns, I miss my parents. And like, it's not that I'm nervous about it, but I'm nervous about what sort of behaviors they might have or what sort of trauma they might have and how we help them process through that. Because it's not going to be fun all the time. And there's going to be difficult moments. And so for me, my biggest thing is like having the patience to work with them through whatever they bring through our door. Because I don't know what they're going to bring.
Right.
And so I'm nervous about my ability to handle what they bring.
Mm-hmm. For you?
That, the trauma and, as well as, trying to establish a relationship with the birth parents. I know that may be a little testy at times, but like everything in life, it always works out.
Right, absolutely. So what would you say to others who are considering fostering? What would you
Do
say?
it.
Do it?
Try
Do
it. Just
it.
at least try it. I mean,
Right,
Or honestly, like this whole time we've been saying everybody needs to take MAPS. Like, not just if you're thinking about being a parent, but it's so beneficial just for your overall well-being to know and discuss the things that we discussed during class. But if you're considering it, talk to somebody, investigate it, see if it's what you really want.
Watch more of your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
My YouTube channel.
But just talk to people about it. I think it needs to be talked about more and to be normalized because it is normal.
So I'm here visiting, Rex and Victoria, and guess who shows up?
I said, somebody's walking through the driveway.
Grandpa. So I know your family is about to be foster parents. What would you say? So what did you feel when they said, "Hey, we're gonna be foster parents"? What were your thoughts?
We told them at Texas Roadhouse.
I thought they'll get training. It's not like just getting pregnant. No. I thought, well, that's good. They'll ease into this thing. But more importantly, I thought this is going to be a process, and we get to be part of it, and that's really cool. And it's just exciting.
Yes.
I'm excited for them. I've seen them grow exponentially through this process.
So when the kids show up, either tomorrow, who knows what day, you're gonna be grandpa right there. It's really cool.
I'll be pops. I'll teach them cuss words and send them back here.
I have friends, they feed my kids with sugar. They say, you can have every sugar you want. But after that, when you're going with your dad, and I'm like, oh.
No. Well, there are two things about adoption and fostering that have impacted me. My longest friend in the world was adopted. I met him when we were both still in diapers, and we're still good friends. And I think about how different his life could have been. A few years ago in our church, we dealt with a family and grew to love them, who had lost 5, now 7 children due to drug abuse. And to see those children's lives progress through the fostering and the ultimately adoption process has been exciting. It's also been horrifying to think of how they lived on the streets at times, but the foster program brought them out of that. So both of those things have had big impact on me, and I'm excited. I'm excited. We'll celebrate it just like we do the birth of a child.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
What would you want your future child to know?
You are loved, and that anything that you could do, anything you could say to me, no matter how many times you hit me in the face or punch me or whatever, like, I'm still going to love you, I'm still going to put you to bed. I'm still going to cook you breakfast. I'm still going to make sure you have clean clothes and that everything in life that is needed is provided for, and they're loved.
And not only that you are loved, you matter, and you are a very important person. With that love, I want you to know that you are valuable and your presence is important in my home, our home, the world, everywhere you go. You are a very important person, and you need to remember that.
So my son, I love my son Anthony. As you know, I adopted him 3 years ago. He came to me when he was 11, and now he's 15. So recently he had a birthday, you know, and he's a kid who doesn't ask much, you know. So I said, hey, what would you like to do? Well, Malouf Foundation, who we partnered with, had given him an amazing, room makeover, you know. So we are partnering with Malouf Foundation. They really do room makeover, you know, help kids, who've gone through trauma, make their room in some way clean. So there's no history, there's no reminders, you know, as we talked about trauma, like none of that is in their room, to make it as clean and nice. So they would like to make that for you. As a pay forward for Anthony. He chose you, so that's why I'm here to truly,
We love Anthony. That's so sweet.
Thank you so much, Peter, and
Oh
tell
my
Anthony
goodness.
thank you so much.
That's gonna make a huge difference for us.
Yeah, so he was his best friends, but he made sure that I come and see you guys.
Aw.
So that's what he wants to do for you.
It's so
That's
amazing.
so awesome.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Anthony.
And Malouf.
And Malouf.
Yes, the Malouf Foundation.
That
Yeah,
is
thank you,
awesome.
Malouf, too.
I'm really excited about this room restoration. I can't wait to help them and to redecorate their room. And thank you to everyone who bought the plushies. I'm halfway there to my goal. And if you can continue to help out, please help out. I would greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell that we are notified whenever another one of our videos come out. And thank you for watching.
Absolutely. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.